Ang pag-aaralan natin ngayon is multiplication of monomial. Sa una nating activity, write each of these in another form. So for letter A, x times x times x times x times x times x times x is equal to x raised to the 8th power. Letter B, expand naman natin yung m raised to the 10th power. So magkakaroon naman ng m times m. So hanggang matapos natin yung 10m. Letter C, a cube and b to the 6th power. So a times a times a is a to the 3rd power, then b squared times b squared times b squared is equal to b to the 6th power. Remember, dun sa ating product of power, multiplying the power with the same base, just add the exponent, then copy the same base. Okay, for letter D, expand lang natin yung a to the 4th power. So magkakaroon tayo ng a times a times a times a, and then b times b times b times b times b, and then for letter E, s raised to the 2nd power and t raised to the 3rd power. Okay, next. So a square and a rectangle. So how do we find the area of a square? So area is equal to s squared, or side times side. So how about the area of a rectangle? Area of a rectangle is length times width. Let 3a be the measure of one side of the square. So how will you obtain the area? So using the formula, area is equal to side times side. So we have 3a times 3a. So 3 times 3 is a product of a numerical coefficient. And then a times a is a product of literal coefficient. So 3 times 3 is equal to 9, and then a times a is equal to a squared. So 9a squared. Next, for the rectangle, let us say the length is equal to 4x and the width is 5y. So area is equal to 4x times 5y. So 4 times 5 is equal to 20, and x times y is equal to xy. So 4x times 5y is 20xy. Okay, let's try this. Number 1. 2m squared times 2m to the 3rd power. So let's multiply the numerical coefficient. 2 times 2 is equal to 4. And then m squared, so doon naman sa numerical coefficient, m squared times m to the 3rd power is m to the 5th power. So our answer is 4m to the 5th power. Next, for number 2, 5 to the 4th power times 5 to the 6th power is equal to 5 raised to the 10th power. For number 3, we have negative 4a squared b cubed times 6a cubed b. So, negative 4 times 6 is negative 24. A squared times a to the 3rd power is a to the 5th power. B cubed times b is equal to b to the 4th power. So our final answer is negative 24 a to the 5th power and b to the 4th power. Okay, next, number 4. Negative 7x to the 9th power times negative 2x squared. So since negative times negative is positive, so we have positive 14x raised to 11th power. So what kind of polynomial according to the number of terms do we have in its examples? Monomial. What is the operation involved? Multiplication and addition. What did you do to the numerical coefficient? Multiply. Literal coefficient? Multiply. How about the exponents of the same base? Copy. How do we multiply monomials? So don't forget to multiply monomials, multiply their numerical and literal coefficients, and to obtain the product of the same base, add their exponents. Okay, so try natin kung meron kayo natutunan. So pindutin nyo lang yung pause button, and then pag tapos na kayo magsagot, i-play nyo lang uli. Okay, sige, sagutan na natin. 4x times 3x is 12x squared. Negative 6m to the 3rd power times negative m to the 5th power is 6m to the 8th power. 2a times 2b is 4ab. Number 4, negative 16ab squared c to the 3rd power. And number 5, x squared y to the 4th power and z raised to the 2nd power. Okay, thank you and goodbye.